Hi everyone! So, one of my very first follower goals was to record a sort of ASMR style story reading for y'all. I finally got around to it, and here we go. This is a sort of goofy little original bedtime story. I really hope you like it. Whiskers, the time traveling cat. Once upon a time, in a cozy little house at the end of Whisker Lane, there lived a curious cat named Whiskers. Whiskers had the softest, fluffiest gray fur and bright green eyes that sparkled with mischief. He loved to explore every nook and cranny of the house. There was one thing he loved more than anything else: an old, mysterious laundry basket in the attic. One rainy afternoon, as Whiskers was patting a ball of yarn around the living room, he noticed a peculiar glow coming from the attic. His whiskers twitched with curiosity, and he scampered up the creaky stairs, following the magical light. There, he found the old laundry basket, glowing softly and gently vibrating as if it held a secret. With a soft purr of excitement, Whiskers climbed into the basket. Suddenly, there was a dazzling flash of light, and Whiskers felt himself being whisked away. When the light faded, he found himself in a place that was nothing like his cozy home. Whiskers had traveled back in time to ancient Egypt. He marveled at the grand pyramids and the majestic Sphinx. As he wandered through the bustling marketplace, he met a friendly cat named Bastet. Bastet was no ordinary cat. She was a royal feline, adored and worshipped by the people of Egypt. "Welcome, Whiskers," Bastet purred. "I've heard tales of time-traveling adventurers like you. Let me show you our wondrous world." Bastet took Whiskers on a magical tour of ancient Egypt. They explored grand temples, strolled through lush gardens along the Nile, and admired the beautiful hieroglyphs carved into the stone walls. As they walked, Bastet whispered secrets about hidden chambers in the pyramids and the ancient spells that protected the pharaohs. Whiskers listened, his eyes wide with wonder. One starry evening, as they lounged by the Nile, Bastet shared a legend about a hidden treasure buried deep within the sands. "Only the cat with the purest of hearts and a brave spirit can find it," she said. Whisker's heart raced with excitement. Could he be the one to uncover the treasure? After days full of enchanting adventures, Whiskers felt the mysterious laundry basket's pull once more. He said goodbye to Bastet, promising to visit again someday. In a flash of light, Whiskers found himself back in the attic of his cozy home. But his adventure was far from over. The basket began to glow softly again, and Whiskers found himself transported to medieval Europe. There, he met a gallant knight named Sir Pausalot, who was on a quest to rescue a princess trapped in a tall, enchanted tower. Sir Pausalot was no ordinary knight. He was once a stray kitten, found by a kind wizard who lived in a grand castle. The wizard, seeing the brave spirit in the tiny kitten, used his magic to transform him into a noble knight. Sir Pausalot grew strong and wise, learning the ways of chivalry and bravery. He became a protector of the realm, known far and wide for his courage and kindness. "Will you join me on this quest, Whiskers?" Sir Pausalot asked, his eyes twinkling. Whiskers nodded eagerly. Together, they journeyed through enchanted forests, where trees whispered secrets and moonlight danced on the leaves. They crossed rickety bridges over deep chasms and navigated mazes of thorny hedges. As they ventured deeper into the forest, they couldn't shake the feeling that unseen eyes were watching them. Whiskers' ears twitched, and Sir Pausalot tightened his grip on his sword. Suddenly, they heard soft giggles and saw tiny lights flickering in the shadows. To their amazement, they discovered a group of mischievous forest sprites, their tiny wings shimmering like dewdrops in the moonlight. The sprites were curious about the travelers, and had been playfully watching them from behind the trees and bushes. "Welcome to our forest," chimed one of the spirit sprites, her voice like the tinkling of bells. We couldn't help but be curious about such brave adventurers. The sprites, with their twinkling eyes and infectious laughter, offered to guide Whiskers and Sir Pausalot through the forest. They flitted around, casting little spells that made flowers bloom and leaves glow. The journey through the forest became a magical parade, with the sprites leading the way, illuminating the path with their cheerful lights. As they camped under the twinkling stars, Sir Pozzelot shared a tale of a dragon who guarded not just the tower, but a magical amulet that granted wishes. It's said that only a cat with a pure heart and a brave spirit can harness its power, he said, echoing Bastard's words from Egypt. Whiskers drifted to sleep, filled with dreams of destiny and a sense of new determination. The next day, they reached the tower, shrouded in mist and surrounded by a moat of shimmering water. The dragon, a massive creature with scales that glimmered like jewels, stood guard, its fiery breath lighting up the twilight sky. Whiskers and Sir Pozzelot devised the plan. Sir Pozzelot would distract the dragon, while Whiskers sneaked into the tower. As Sir Pozzelot bravely approached the dragon, challenging it with a mighty roar, Whiskers stealthily crept through the dragon's lair. He tiptoed past the dragon's glittering hoard of treasures, holding his breath as the dragon's fiery eyes scanned the surroundings. Suddenly, the dragon's tail lashed out, nearly knocking Whiskers off his feet. With a quick leap, Whiskers dodged the tail and continued his climb up the tower. Inside the tower, he found the princess, locked in a room at the top. She was overjoyed to see a friendly face, and pointed to the amulet hanging around the neck of a statue nearby. Whiskers carefully climbed the statue, and retrieved the amulet, feeling its magical warmth in his paws. Just as he grabbed the amulet, the dragon's roar echoed through the tower. Whiskers hurried back down, the amulet clutched tightly in his teeth. Outside, he saw Sir Pozzelot struggling against the dragon's fierce flames. Summoning all his courage, Whiskers darted forward and held up the amulet. A brilliant light burst forth from the amulet, enveloping the dragon in a shimmering glow. The dragon, mesmerized, calmed down and lowered its head, allowing Whiskers and Sir Pozzelot and the princess to pass safely. They used the amulet's magic to return her to the castle. As the sun set over the medieval kingdom, Whiskers felt the basket's pull once again. He bid farewell to Sir Pozzelot and the very grateful princess, promising to return if ever they needed him. Back in the attic, Whiskers yawned and stretched, tired but happy. He knew the magical laundry basket held many more adventures, and he couldn't wait to see where it would take him next. As he curled up in his favorite spot by the window, Whiskers dreamed of all the magical places he would visit, with a heart full of curiosity and a spirit of adventure. Whiskers the time-traveling cat drifted off to sleep, ready for his next journey through time, wherever it may come. Thanks, everybody. Bye.